Here we go. A little bit of teaching to remind you of some of what you learnt in class, end of a long day. And these simple practices can really help. Always start with a bit of a lying relaxation. So legs straight, ease yourself down onto the floor. Legs a little way apart, arms a little away from the side of the body, and just letting go. You can spend a few moments here, making sure you're comfortable, the body's straight, your knees can be bent. But ideally you're in a straight line, breathing naturally. Letting go of the day. Rebooting yourself, really. So spend a few moments here, and when you're ready, come back into the room and push yourself up to seated with your legs straight, just like we did in class. So remember to find your seat bones, sit on your seat bones, sit tall and upright through the spine. So we really want to avoid the tendency to slouch in any way like this. We want to sit up really tall. That takes some effort. So you might need to bring your arms by the side of you, hands just a little way behind your seat bones, and use them so that you can lean back in your arms as support. Legs nice and straight, feet relaxed. So just to show you, we begin with the toes. Hands on your knees or supporting you, looking down at your toes. PWM1 Moktasan Series 1. Working through all the joints of the body, bringing a one-pointed focus and attention to the body. Quite a unifying practice. We begin scrunching and stretching the toes. I'm going to do 3 or so repetitions of each. You can do up to 10. Focus on the movement, allowing gaps of air between your toes when you stretch them. And have a moment after you've done it to rest. Then the next practice is working up to the ankles, flexion and extension. Point your toes away, nice stretch. Bring your toes up without lifting your heels. Point them away, bring them up. So we don't want to lift the heels like that, and then keep the heels flat. Flexing and extending the foot at the ankle joint. Up to 10 repetitions. Take a moment to notice how your body feels after the practice. Each time, a moment's pause to reflect. Now we want to take the ankles through another movement, rotation. So have the feet together, a little way apart but parallel. And begin to take your feet in clockwise movements at the ankle joint. Again, those 7 repetitions in the same direction. I'll do 3 each way to show you. Nice big circles focused on the movement. Breathing naturally. And then a moment's pause. Feel the tingling, the release, anything else. And then what we did last night is bring our hands up to the knees. So place each hand on each kneecap. Become aware of your knees. Focus on the right leg to begin with, this one. Pull up on the thigh. So the kneecap moves underneath your hand, then relax. Pull up on the thigh, You can see my knee is extending as my heel lifts a little bit. Relax. Pull up on that thigh. Relax. And then swap over. Left leg. Pull up on the thigh. Each time bringing the back of the knee closer to the floor perhaps. You can do 10 repetitions on each leg. A moment's pause afterwards, check you're sitting upright. Notice any internal sensations. And then we want to do knee extensions. So we bend the right leg at the knee to begin with. I have the hands clasped at the back of the thigh. In these extensions we can lift high, but we're going to keep it lower at the beginning phase of the practice. Breathing in, fully extend the leg. Breathing out to bend, bringing the foot back to the floor. In to extend, out to bend. You'll see it better on the left leg probably. I'm just doing an absolute minimum of 3 just to demonstrate. Already my right leg feels different to my left. And then on the left. Breathing in to extend, you hear my knee click then a little bit, out to bend. I used to have a lot of knee problems, pain, clickiness. There's nothing insidious about it, but yoga's really fixed that. All these joints need careful attention, and then release the leg back down. Check that you're sitting upright. So now we want to work into the hip joint. We did the extension movement last night. We'll just introduce and remind ourselves of the rotation we can do at this big joint. So this hip joint, biggest joint of the body, needs to work through all of its potential range of movement to keep it healthy. So begin on the right side, bring your right knee up, and then rest your right foot on your left thigh. Bring your hand, if you can see that, to rest on your knee and point your index finger. Now you're going to make a little movement using your hand and arm as a lever so that your index finger draws a circle in the air. What you're looking for is that circular movement mirrored in your right hip joint. Just little circular movements. I'm going to do it 3 times one way and 3 times the other way, but you're going to do more movements. Taking it slowly, which a big part of you might not like. Slowing it down, keeping it simple. We live in a fast, complicated world. So to do what might be difficult for us is probably what we need. And then swapping over, balancing the foot on the thigh, pointing that index finger if that helps you, and little circular movements working into that hip joint. You're going to do more than 3 because it's all about the repetitions, just working gently, often with the breath, not just yet, but often we do. And release and extend. We're nearly finished on the lower body. We want to work into the hips in a different way now, this half butterfly. So bring the right foot in again, parallel with your left inner thigh, quite close in. Have the right hand supporting your knee and your left hand can support your spine if you need it. Breathe in and breathe out to open that leg. Breathe in, up. Breathe out to open. And then bring it up, extend it out. And we'll repeat the same on the opposite side. Tiny pause in between. Breathe in, up. Breathe out to open the hip. You may not get as far. I've been doing yoga for a long time. So wherever you get is perfectly fine. Never force. Just go with the natural flow of your own body. Breathing in and then extending that leg out. Always sitting upright in the spine. Close your eyes for a few moments after that practice and notice what's going on inside your own body, what sensations, what thoughts you're having. We're developing this special awareness, like a witness mind, as we say in Buddhism. And then the final movement of this practice is the full butterfly. You might want to try that tonight. Bringing both knees up. Just hold your feet or your ankles or wherever you can on your body. Make sure that you're sitting tall in your spine. Breathing in, and in the same way, breathing out to open your knees. Many people have real stiffness in their hips. So you may not get a very big movement. It may only be a little movement. There's no right or wrong. It's just what your body is prepared to give you right now. Release the hands. Extend the leg. Always working with the breath in that movement. Breathing out into the stretch and breathing in to bring it back up. So that is the base, working through PWM1, and hopefully tomorrow I can give you the rest of the upper body movements so that you can practice that too. Thank you for your time.